Love after the struggle. In Lagos, life moves fast. But love moves differently. Sometimes, it starts in the middle of nothing. No money. No comfort. No certainty. Just two people. Choosing each other. That was the story of Daniel and Zainab. They met on a hot afternoon at a crowded bus stop. The kind of afternoon where the sun feels too close. And patience runs out quickly. Daniel stood there, tired and frustrated. He had been waiting for a bus for over an hour. His shirt clung to his back. His mind was heavy with worry. A few steps away stood Zainab. Quiet. Calm. Fanning herself gently with a folded piece of paper. Their eyes met. Briefly. Then again. And somehow, that was enough. Lagos is not smiling today, Daniel said, trying to lighten the mood. Zainab smiled softly. When does it ever smile? And just like that, a conversation was born. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. But it was real. At that time, Daniel had nothing. No stable job. No clear direction. Just hope and determination. Zainab wasn't doing much better. She worked in a small shop, earning just enough to survive. But somehow, they found each other in that struggle. And they stayed. They shared everything. Not because they had a lot, but because they had each other. Cheap meals became special moments. Long walks became memories. Even silence felt comfortable. When Daniel couldn't afford transport, Zainab would laugh and say, "Let's walk, it's free and good for our health." And he would laugh too. Because with her, even hardship felt lighter. When Zainab was tired, Daniel would sit beside her and say, "One day, we'll look back at all this and laugh." And she believed him. Because back then, love felt stronger than struggle. But life never stays the same. Years passed. And slowly, things began to change. Daniel got a job. A small one at first. Then a better one. Then something bigger. Opportunities came. Money followed. The struggle began to fade. And for a moment, it felt like everything was finally falling into place. Zainab was happy. Truly happy. She had waited for this moment. Prayed for it. Believed in it. And now, it was happening. But success has a way of testing love. At first, the changes were small. Almost invisible. Daniel became busier. More calls. More meetings. More responsibilities. "I'll be back late," he would say. "Work is a lot these days." Zainab nodded. She understood. But slowly, late nights became routine. Conversations became shorter. Laughter became rare. And the love that once felt effortless began to feel distant. One evening, Zainab sat alone in the living room. The house was bigger now. Better. More comfortable. Everything they once dreamed of was now right in front of them. But somehow, it felt emptier than before. She looked around. The furniture. The silence. The space. Then she whispered, "Is this what we wanted?" Later that night, Daniel came home. Tired. Distracted. "You're back," Zainab said softly. He replied. No smile. No hug. No connection. Just silence. And in that moment, Zainab felt it. The distance. Not physical, but emotional. Days turned into weeks. She tried. She really did. "Let's go out this weekend," she said one day. "I'm busy," Daniel replied. "Maybe next week." "We'll see. We'll see." Those words became his answer to everything. And slowly, Zainab stopped asking. Because rejection, even the quiet kind, still hurts. One night, she sat alone, scrolling through old pictures. Pictures of them laughing, holding hands, looking at each other like nothing else mattered. She paused. Tears filled her eyes. "Where did we lose ourselves?" she whispered. Across the house, Daniel sat alone. But his silence was different. He wasn't ignoring her on purpose. He was overwhelmed. Work pressure, expectations, fear of failure. And somewhere in all of that, he forgot something important. He forgot her. One weekend, they attended a party. Everyone admired them. "Daniel, you've made it. Zainab, a life is sweet for you." Oh. They smiled, laughed, played their roles perfectly. But inside, they both knew the truth. That something was missing. That night, on their way home, the silence was heavy. Then finally, Zainab spoke. "Daniel, are you happy?" He glanced at her, surprised. "What kind of question is that?" "A simple one." He hesitated. "I'm fine," he said. Zainab nodded slowly. Then she asked again. "Are you happy with me?" Silence. That same silence. The one that had been growing for months. And in that moment, Zainab understood. "I miss us," she said quietly. Daniel didn't respond immediately. "I miss when we had nothing but still had each other." Those words hit him. Because they were true. Back then, they had nothing to lose. Now, they had everything. Except the connection that brought them together. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He thought about everything. The bus stop. The laughter. The promises. And slowly, he realized something painful. He had worked so hard to build a better life that he forgot to protect the love inside it. The next day, he came home early. Zainab noticed immediately. "Everything okay?" she asked. He nodded. Then said something he hadn't said in a long time. "Let's go out." She looked at him, surprised. "Where?" "Anywhere, like before." For a moment, she didn't know what to say. Then slowly, she smiled. A real smile. That night, they walked. No fancy place. No pressure. Just the two of them. Talking. Really talking. About everything they had avoided. The distance. The silence. The pain. It wasn't easy. But it was real. And for the first time in a long time, they weren't pretending. They were honest. And that honesty began to rebuild what they almost lost. Because the truth is, love after the struggle is not guaranteed. You can fight together, grow together, win together, and still lose each other. If you're not careful. Because success can build a house. But only love can build a home. Final moral. Never forget the person who stood with you in your struggle.